Recently I travelled through Namibia and I made a video about a double cab Nissan that we rented through DSA. I'm now in Botswana and I've done a very similar trip through Botswana, doing a similar style camping, renting the vehicle, except only this time we've rented a single cab Nissan. So I'd like to make this video to show you sort of the differences between the two of the vehicles in case you're considering a single cab versus a double cab. Okay, so let's have a look at the sort of from a distance so you get a good idea of the car looks like. Nice rooftop tent, very similar styling to the double cab. Okay, so the first major difference, which is very obvious, is the fact that the single cab obviously only has 2 seats. Where it does differ hugely as well is the fact that it's got a much bigger load area. So the back is massive. It's really, really large. So we've got the same kind of fridge setup. We've got a very similar setup when it comes to all of your cutlery and crockery. All of that's exactly the same. The table fits in here. Currently it's down over there. The tent, precisely the same. I'll head up there later to show you. Back wheel on the back, one underneath as well. The water's here, same spot. One thing that I really, really do like about this single cab is the storage beneath the boards. You lift up the boards over here and then push them aside, and that reveals a really large area over here where you can store things. So we've got our compressor here, which we use to deflate and inflate our tires. We've got a wheel stand which you can use to lift up to stand on when you're doing the tent. Hijack lift, my old tripod. We store water here. That kind of extra storage space allows for you to put heavier things in the bottom, things that might rattle around a little bit, so that you feel a little bit safer with things in the back, and you can keep sort of the softer, lighter items above. So we found that quite useful. There's another nice storage space which I'd like to show you, which I find very useful for my drone. So this is a really nice storage spot. This is Agatha, my drone, and I can cushion her nicely in here so that she doesn't bump around when we're driving. So that's a very useful storage spot if you've got things that are very valuable that you don't want to get stolen. You can pop them in there. So just like the double cab, the single cab's got the same sort of setup. So we've got nice chairs, nice table, gas canister, comes with, this one actually came with grid and tongs and an axe, as you can see. We're busy making slow cooked chicken, hence the pit. Right, so up to the tent. I'll do a bit more of a detailed review of the tent. Okay, so here's the tent area. Big enough for 2 people for sure. This is the mattress that it provides. It's not too thick, it doesn't look thick at least, but it's very, very comfy. And it provides quite a lot of support. Okay, so let me get in here so you can have a look. Comes with 2 lovely pillows. Those pillows are very, very adequate. Nice thick blankets, very, very warm, and very thick sleeping bags as well. So with a combination of the blanket and the sleeping bag, you're pretty much sorted. We pop a light here to give us light during the night. It's nice that you can open up all 4 sides. So during the day when it's hot, you can cool yourself. Okay, so this is what it looks like from when you're lying down. Give you an idea of the height of the tent. There I am, hello. What else in here? These strappies over here connect to there, so that when you're folding the tent, it folds correctly. And also if it's very windy, apparently you can put those two together and it tightens the tent and reduces wind noise. So that's increases your comfort as well. Right, onto the cabin area of the vehicle. Okay, so major difference here is that instead of having 2 back seats to store things on, you now have glass. So you can't actually put much behind you here. What one can do is one can keep things behind, like CDs, for example. Let me bring this out. Steve Conradi, I thank you for this. One of the owners of DSA. Let me show you what this one does. Say you're on safari. There you have it. If you're on safari and you want a cheap fix to rest your DSLR camera on, you can put it on there. Right, so I've deliberately left this cabin full with what we normally drive with to give you an idea of the space. It does get slightly cramped without the back seat, so you've got to be very careful about how much you take with you on day trips. So here's my camera bag, my GoPro bag, and my big lens, and the inverter to give us power, which you plug into over here. So this stuff sits between Caden and I. She obviously sits over here. The legroom is pretty decent. Well, it's actually very good for the passenger. Cubby hole, passports, sunglasses, whatnot. Little storage space beneath here. This one comes with an auxiliary, so you can plug in your iPod or iPhone, which is great. Storage space on the side, similar to the double cab. And over there, as you can see, we've got some maps, so the storage space is the same there. Just like the double cab as well, you've got the battery readers over there. In terms of the adjustability, the single cab is slightly more limited. With the single cab, you can only move your seat forward and backwards. And you do so by moving this lever over here. And then that will move the entire bench forward and back. As you can see, it's connected. It's all one seat. Okay, let's open up the bonnet. So this is for any sort of engine fanatics. I don't know much about the engine. I know it's a 2.5 litre turbo diesel, but I thought I'd show you what it looks like. Lovely new engine, only done 7,000 Ks, this whole car. Apparently they sell them every 2 years, so you definitely get your bang for your buck. Sort of while we're here, just very briefly, certain things which are important to note. Your oil over there, you must always keep tabs on that when you stop. As you can see, it's very sandy out here. Sure, I need to actually clean this off. So your coolant goes in there. Wiper fluid here, I need to fill that up. Dual battery system. Okay, so I thought to end off the video, just a quick summary of the main differences in terms of usability. When you're on safari and if two people are trying to get a good view of animals, it's difficult because you're each on your own seat. So one person can't move to the back and they look out the back window. One big difference. Keeping stuff in the back seat is kind of useful, so you can just sort of lean back and grab it. But at the same time, safety-wise, I think it's important that you keep as little stuff visible when you're parked off. So that's nice about the single cab, is you can leave everything in the back and feel quite safe. It's a lot easier to unpack and pack the single cab because there's so much space in the back. I think both are great cars. They are very solid, they haven't given any issues. They're not the most powerful, they're not the fastest, but they go. And they've got a lot of character. And either way, you can have an amazing time. But I hope that this video gives you a good overview of both the vehicles and allows you to make up your mind according to what would suit you best.